Hi. It's me. I know you probably hate me by now, but let's just settle aside our differences for a second, cause look at the screen. We just got our first trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2. Something that we've been waiting, I don't know, like weeks, months, for years? Like, it's been so long at this point. We've had the Switch 1, we've had so many rumors about when the next console is coming out, and it's been getting leaked like crazy. Like, we already know what the whole thing looks like at this point. And so, you know, here's the trailer. Finally, after all this time, they just were like, here, fine, take it. I'm like, okay, thanks. So, you know, I've seen this already. You know, it's been a bit. You know, I've seen all the reactions. I've seen everyone else's thoughts on the things that happen in this trailer. You know, it's not just a Switch 2. It's a little more than that. But I want to give my thoughts. You know, because you know, this is a big thing, and I think it would be really interesting to have my own opinions out there in a video format. You know. So let's just go straight into it. And I have a lot to talk about, actually. There's the Nintendo logo. Alright. Just so you know who made this. And right off the bat, yep, there's the Switch. Uh-huh. We know what it looks like. Pops out like that. And then they inflate it. I know some of you are into that. They inflate it, and it becomes quite a lot bigger. Now, I feel like, you know, these handhelds, you see like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, Asus, or whatever, they all want to be big, you know? It's like, the age of handhelds that fit in your pocket is completely over, and all it is about power now. So, you know, you want to take all this power on the go, so you want it to be big and beautiful, and that's what the Switch 2 is doing, of course. You know, it makes sense, but like, man, how hard is it gonna be to hold this thing, you know? Like, I mean, it's probably not gonna be that hard, but like, imagine if you're in your bed playing this, and you know, just playing it above you with your face on the bed, and it just falls. like you slip up and it just crashes right into you. I mean, it would have been painful anyways, but it's gonna be like a little more painful now. So, you know, the screen doesn't look OLED, by the way. It like still has the black corners. Like, this isn't the Switch OLED. They're probably gonna make the Nintendo Switch 2 OLED, the Nintendo Switch 2 Lite. You know, just gonna do the whole thing again because it's called the Switch 2. You know, some people hate the name Switch 2. You know, they're like, oh my goodness, this isn't creative. This is just what Sony does with the PlayStation. And it's like, okay, but it works, right? Like, you saw what happened with the Wii U? Like, you really think they want to do that again? Let's call it the Switch U. Like, no, Nintendo needs people to know exactly what this is. This is the second version of the Nintendo Switch. There's nothing confusing about that. There's nothing complicated about calling it the Switch 2, as opposed to like the Switch magnetic attach or whatever you want to call it. Like, sure, that would have been cool and quirky and soulful or whatever, but just don't even get me started, Twitter user, that one specific Twitter user. Alright, anyways, let's just keep going. See, I got a lot to talk about already. Alright, so this trailer is crazy, because they just shave it. Like, what even was that? Like, look at this. What does this even signify? Like, you're shaving, like, little pixels off of it? Like, what? It already looked good. Is this meant to elicit, like, an upgrade sort of feeling? Like, I don't really know what that's meant to signify, but maybe we shouldn't look at all the details. Bop! It opens up. Dude, this is so satisfying. You hear the sounds, like, this feels like an ASMR video. It's so good. It's like, this is literally how Apple shows off their things. There's the stand. You know, it's not a little kickable thing anymore that just is like a little stick. No, it's like the Switch OLED. It's actually good, you know. And it bends all the way like that. So if you want to play your Nintendo Switch while you're like 2 stories up, you can finally do it. I know you've always wanted to do that. And look, the Joy-Cons, they're not minuscule anymore. they're actually a little bigger. Isn't that nice? And look at this. What is that? What is that? We know what that is. It has a little indentation, but this, it has literally nothing on it. That's supposed to be the C button that we've seen leaked. I know you've seen it, the mysterious C button on the Nintendo Switch, and now they're showing it off here, but there's nothing there. Like, okay, sure, Nintendo, there's nothing there. Like, why are they hiding it? What could it even do? Is it gonna connect to the Switch? Is it gonna connect to another Miiverse-like application? Like, that would be awesome, and there are rumors that might happen, but like, who knows what the C button does, alright? And they're not gonna tell us in this trailer, apparently. So we're just gonna have to wait until a few months, you know? And this I like. You see, they got these, like, accents for the colors instead of making the whole thing red and blue. For this one, they're doing the opposite. They're making the accents red and blue, and I think it looks really cool, honestly. I mean, some people might not like it, you know. They think it looks a little weird, a little tacky, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty sleek, and man, the edge of this thing is so bulky, you know. It's like protruding outward. The fact that it's protruding outward of the Joy-Con and it's red, that doesn't really give me a good image in my head. So let's just ignore that. And yeah, there's a hole right here for the thing to attach to, and if you look over here, there might be a little something there for your sensor, IR sensor, or whatever it's called. You'll see what that's for later. And yep, same with the other Joy-Con. It looks cool, man. I think it looks cool. The presentation, the effects, they really want us to get real close to it. You can see the grains here, like, good lord. Yeah, these buttons, like, I remember when like games like Paper Mario and Mario RPG came out, people were theorizing like, oh, look at the buttons. They're red, green, yellow, and orange. No, red, green, yellow, and blue. Just like the SNES. So that means the Switch 2 is gonna have buttons that are red, yellow, green, and blue, just like the Super Nintendo. And I thought that would be cool, but according to this, it seems like they're not gonna be like that. So that was a weird theory. I always thought that was a weird theory. It's like, really? You think they're just gonna color code the buttons now? Like, no. I think it would have been cool to look at, but good lord. Oh my god, that thing's wiggling. And check this out. Look at this. Look at this. I was right. My hit tweet about the mouse Joy-Cons. Look at this. They even got mouse tails. Like, they knew what they're doing here. They're showing these off like little rats, like just drifting all over the place. It's the Joy-Con 2 Tokyo Drift, you know. They always did it, but dude, look at that. Oh my god, look at these buttons. What the? These don't even look like buttons. They look so sleek. Like the R and the ZR, that's nice. But anyways, what does this do? Anyways, these, it seems to me like they're teasing that these Joy-Cons are gonna act like mouses or mice, computer mouse, you know. So the people who are theorizing that, because it has an optical sensor in the bottom, you know, so it makes sense. Like, what else would that be for? And you know, I tried it out with my own Joy-Con, and it astounded me how natural it felt to actually use the Joy-Con as a mouse. Like, actually, like, drag it around on the table. It's like, it's so genius. Like, it feels like something people should have thought up years ago, and apparently no one did until the rumors started coming out about this thing, and then you try it out with your own Joy-Con, and it's like, oh my god, it was there the whole time. Like, that's so cool. I think I don't know how practical it's gonna be. I feel like it's more of a cooler idea than it is a practical application. Like, sure, you could have your Mario Makers, your Mario Paints, your I don't know, if you do a FNAF collection on Switch, you can use the mouse there. But I think if you're playing like a shooter or whatever, I don't know if it's gonna be that accurate, you know. Like if you're playing like Splatoon on the Switch or Fortnite, I really don't know if it would be that practical. All right, like it kind of feels like it's gonna give you some carpal tunnel after a bit, but you know the Joy-Cons are bigger. All right, maybe they're gonna make an attachment that makes it a little more comfortable to hold in mouse position. Who knows? But I think it's a cool idea either way. They could definitely play around with it a lot. They could make a Mario Paint 2 paint more, among other things. And so we're not even at the best part of this trailer. They indent the inside of the Switch, which makes me wonder, like, hold up. If you're gonna like put color inside of the Switch itself, like what if you have different Joy-Cons? I just thought of this. What if you have different Joy-Cons and you want to put them inside of this, but then it's like blue on yellow and it's like all out of whack? Like I guess there's gonna be different editions on the Switch with different color indentations. Like I don't know. I think it would be weird if you're like using a different pair of Joy-Cons you bought that have different colors, you know, like the colors are gonna be all out of whack. But to be fair, it's just on the inside and no one notices it. And also this part right here is a little suspicious. Like I've seen people saying that that thing is gonna break easily at the hands of children. Like I mean, sure it could, but like I don't know. This is the same Nintendo that makes Game Boys that survive nuclear bombs. So so I don't know. I mean, sure you could be a little rough with it, but at that point, like you're like purposefully pulling on it. Like I don't think the Joy-Cons itself are gonna like break it or anything. But who knows? Only time will tell if that thing rips off easily. But I think this is really cool. The Switch magnetically applying. Like, of course, all the leaks showed all of this already, so it's no surprise here. But I think that's a really cool way to upgrade it. Like, have the same concept of switching together a handheld while making it like a little different. It almost feels like a thing they did just so there was a difference, you know? Like, I don't know, I felt like the on-rail system was fine enough. Like, you switch it on top to bottom, you know, it makes sense, but I don't know, this is just a thing to make it stand out more, you know? You look closely here, and you can just see the colors ever so slightly. Like, I kind of like that. It's just ever so slightly, you see the colors inside the Switch and on the outside of the control sticks. I think it looks slick. I think if you have other colors with this, I think a nice white would really look good. Would really look good here. In fact, if the Switch itself was white, if they do like a white edition Switch, whew, oh man, that would be nice. Anyways, yeah, who knows? 2! Super Mario Maker 2! Where's Super Mario Maker 3? It's coming. Nintendo Switch 2. My logo looks a lot better. I made a logo just for this that looks a lot better. Okay, seriously though, why didn't they make the logo like the 2 is inside, in between these two like Joy-Con logos, and it's just like, you know, the logo plays and it's like the Joy-Con come in from both sides and they attach to the middle and it splits apart to reveal the 2, you know? Like, that feels like it would have been a lot more cool. I don't know what the logo animation is gonna be for this thing. It's not gonna be like the Switch where it comes up and down, because that's not what it does, alright? So, I don't know, it's just, it's a little lame, you know? Sure, the name is, I think it's the best name they could have done for this thing, but the logo itself is lame, a little lame, alright? Who cares? Me, I guess, but I don't know. Look at these buttons, they seem so weird. It feels like you're accidentally gonna hit these, I don't know. Like, it feels like it's in a place where you're gonna accidentally, like, detach the Joy-Con itself. We'll see how that works, but I don't know. I think it looks good. The logo could be better. and there's this, of course, you know. Oh boy. Oh boy. Isn't this nice? Anyways, let's go back a little. And they switch it around and show you Radiator Springs. See how, like... Introducing Mario Kart 9. Alright, this is Mario Bros. Circuit, so, hi, welcome to Mario Kart 9. I didn't finish my series before Mario Kart 9 came out. Is that a shock? It's a shock to me, it's a shock to no one else. Anyways, Let's talk about it. So Mario Kart 9 exists, or 10, or X, or whatever the subtitle is gonna be. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a subtitle. They're not gonna call it Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart 10. I don't think they're gonna number it. I think they're just gonna do a subtitle, you know, just throw out all the arguments of what the next title is gonna be for this game. It's just gonna be a subtitle, you know, whatever the gimmick is. Because they don't show a gimmick here, but they do show that it's brand new. So here we are in, I'm guessing the name of this level is Mario Bros. Circuit, which is interesting. First of all, Mario Bros. Circuit, like, is it gonna be the Mario Circuit? They just decided to add Bros to make it to differentiate it from every other game. And also, this is a desert track. Like, no, this is like a canyon track. It looks like Radiator Springs. Like, this is the Mario Circuit. Usually, it's a grassland or something. So, I feel like this shows, you know, they're showing the basic Mario Kart 10-9 track, and they're showing that it's even the most basic of tracks can be something unique, you know? Like, this track looks cool, alright? It's not the most exciting ever, but I think it's a cool theme for, especially for a Mario circuit. Like, good lord. they're all the same. Like, Mario Kart 8 was cool because it was literally an 8 in the sky, but other than that, it was like, it's just a grassland, you know? Anyways, this looks awesome. Look at this. I just noticed this. Look at this. Look, they have the arrows, and you can clearly see that the road continues here. So it's gonna be a tour-like track where the laps change every other lap or something. And if that's what it is, then they made these arrows look a lot better, alright? They're not just holograms anymore. They're actual, like, physical objects standing in the way from you proceeding. So, dude, if even the Mario circuit of this game has a gimmick like this, imagine literally any other track. Like, it's gonna be so awesome, right? Like, I think that's what they're going for here. Also, oh my god. Look at that. You see, it's weird because all these designs, especially Mario's design right here, Mario's design, it literally looks like Mario, you know? Like, it looks exactly like how you would expect Mario to look like, but there's something about it that's just like, man, it's so good, you know? Maybe it's the color. I think it's the colors, you know? It's really colored well. He looks a little tan. The reds are popping out more. You see Luigi there, he's looking good. Bowser's looking good. These cars are looking really good. Dude, these wheels? Oh my god. This is a really good standard car design. It reminds me of one of the, like, the baseball karts in Mario Kart. In fact, this whole track reminds me of, like, Los Angeles laps from Mario Kart Tour, right? Especially that one section where they're in the construction area. It kind of reminds me of that, but no, it also reminds me of Radiator Springs from Cars. So anyways, these designs are really cool. They look like the Mario Wonder art style, which is kind of like the Kotabe or Nakue art style for these characters, which is basically the 2D art style, and it really looks good, alright? I really like how they're improving the art style to look more like the 2D artwork for these games, and you can see that especially with another character that you're gonna see. And so, hold on. If you look back here, I just want to talk about. Let's go frame by frame, cause look at Bowser in the back, and also look at this animation. I noticed this. Look how good this animation is for jumping. Like, look, even Luigi's doing it in the back. Dude, they have squash and stretch on the models. Like, look how good that is. Like, I knew if they were gonna do a new Mario Kart, they were gonna go ham with the animation since it's not 2014 anymore. It's 2025. It's been 11 years. The animations and the models are gonna look so good. Look at that. It's just jumping. Imagine, like, tricking, throwing items, drifting. All of that is gonna look so good. Despite the fact that the game itself looks, it looks fine. More on that later, but look at the dock here. And I remember people thinking the dock was going to be like open face, like there wasn't going to be a thing here, so that you can see the screen and then you can like interact with it during a game. I think that would have been cool. It would have been like a Wii U situation again, which would be a little sus, but I don't know. I think that would have been more interesting. This one's a lot more rounded, which once again feels like a difference they did just to make it different, you know? Like, oh, it's a lot more rounded now. That's cool. I guess you're not gonna scratch it as easily. I don't know. It's just the same dock, but with a 2 on it. Like, sure. But, it looks good anyways. I don't know. And then you switch it out. Look at this. Look at that guy. What's going on with him? He looks crazy. Ooh, that says Shine Sprite. What the? Is that just are those just letters that say Shine Sprite just in the track? Like, what? What even is that? Is that a sign? I didn't notice that before. This track looks awesome. It's literally a Radiator Springs, bro. It has a diner here and everything. Anyways, look at Donkey Kong. This design for Donkey Kong is very controversial, alright? Some people, like me, are liking it, you know? It makes him look more expressive. It doesn't make him look more angry all the time, you know? That's something I noticed for every racer here. Like Mario, if you notice in Mario Kart, he just has his angry eyebrows all the time. Like, chill out, bro, it's just a race. It's just a friendly go-kart race. But here, you know, Mario, Luigi, they're not looking angry all the time when they're driving around. Like, it looks like a friendly race, you know? And Donkey Kong's the same here, where he looks like he's not angry all the time, because he doesn't have that rear eyebrow or eyebrow ridge where he's like constantly angry, you know. It made it so that his face was like constantly in a angry expression, you know. It made it hard for him to emote more, I feel. So it's awesome to see him here with his exaggerated cartoony proportions. Like, look at his arms, dude. He can barely fit in there. But also, I think his eyes are cool. I think it looks cool. I don't know. Some people are like, oh, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look intimidating. Like Donkey Kong's supposed to be intimidating or something. But like, I think when he looks angry, when he has an angry expression, he will look a little intimidating. All right. I think it's cool. All right. It's literally the classic design for him. And if you look at pictures of the old Donkey Kong model for Mario Kart 8, it's like, that fur texture. Good lord. The teeth. It's like, how did we endure that for so long? But, I don't know. I think this is quite an upgrade. Everyone else looks good. Bowser looks good. This dude looks good. Anyways. If you look here, dude, look at this boost pad. That's nice. I'm not obsessing over every detail. Look at this car. Look at the cracks. I'm obsessing over every detail. Alright, look at this Yoshi sign. Look at this long-ass straightaway. Like, this is the longest straightaway ever. Like, sure, a new Mario Kart is cool and all, but like, what are you gonna be doing here? Like, this is like Toad's Turnpike to the extreme. Like, look how long this goes on for. And, first of all, what is that? What is that yellow glowing thing right there? It looks like fire. Is it fire? I've heard someone say it looks like a Wonder Seed. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna show the Wonder Seed off right here. I don't. Everyone's always been like, oh, Mario Kart 9 should do the Wonder Seed gimmick and every level's wonderful. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could do something better than that. It's like if you don't go for it, then what happens? Like, what changes when you do the Wonder Seed? It's just the visuals, right? It's not. Do you even get any powers? Like, I don't know. I think this is gonna be like a. I don't know. It's gonna be like a speed up item where you get it and only one person gets it, and you get to go really fast for a few seconds, like a golden mushroom. It looks like a really big boost. So yeah, I don't really know what that's supposed to be, but it's a neat detail, and I hope we get to go to Yoshi's Wendy's one day. It looks delicious. I would love to eat there. In Radiator Springs, dude. The art style for this game. Okay, that's another thing. This game looks like Mario Kart 8. Like, okay, it looks like really good Mario Kart 8, you know, like not like the DLC. It looks like the base game, but it's like it's a little upgraded, you know. Like, sure, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U already looked incredible for a Wii U game, right? Like, when that thing came out, people were like, good lord, this is This is a Nintendo game? This is Mario Kart on the Wii U? It looks like this? And yeah, it did look really good. It looks more like a Switch game than the Switch DLC for Mario Kart 8. That looks more like a Wii U game. You know, it's funny how things turn out. But this, like, I don't know. The textures look a little flat. Like, you see the grass here? It's like, I don't know. It looks kind of scarlet and violet-y over here. I don't know. That's a bit harsh, but I don't know. I sure it's not final. You know, it's a big zoom out shot. It's not like gameplay footage, but or at least like POV gameplay footage. But you know, I imagined like the next gen Mario Kart on PS4 level hardware to look like a little bit better. Like I feel like CTR, you know, Crash Team Racing, looks pretty damn good, and I feel like that looks a little better than this. Sure, it's not released yet, but I don't know, man. I think they could. I don't know. I think it could be a little bit improved, but sure, we're gonna have to wait until we see more. You know, see more tracks. Maybe this is just, you know, a rare exception. This desert track. It's like, it's a little boring, but it is a Mario Bros circuit, so you know, who really knows? Who really knows how this is gonna work out? But that is, in fact, the year we're in. Good lord! Imagine if they did this and it said 2026. Like, everyone would lose their minds over that. Like, yes, that is the year we're in. Thank God it's coming out this year. Now, this is interesting. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, as well as Nintendo Switch games. Oh, really? That's crazy. It's not like you confirmed that before, but also, the fine print here is a little concerning. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. That makes sense. You see the cartridges are different here, so they're gonna fit in both. They might do like the DS and 3DS thing where the Switch 2 cartridges have like a little indent, so they can't be used here. But it's the fine print over here that I don't like. It's like certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. When I first saw that, I was like, what? Like, you're not gonna have every game compatible with this thing? Like, what's the point? But I realize now that it's probably like, you know, like the gimmicky ones, like the ones that use like the IR sensor of the old Joy-Con, like the Labos and the 1-2 switches and the WarioWare Move It, which is sad because that game is good, but you know, I'll take losing it for a Switch 2, I guess. So I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like that, you know. No like crazy good games are gonna be left on the Switch 1 to rot, you know, except WarioWare Move It and Labo, if you like that. I mean, some people really like that. Dude, look at how much bigger it is. It literally, like, you thought this was big? Now this is for adult hands, all right? This is baby stuff right here with all those colorful colors, you know. This is the good stuff right here with the colors slightly there, you know. So that's really it. I mean, there's not much more than that except this, which is like an announcement that, oh, also this, the Nintendo Direct is coming on April 2nd, 2025 this year. And I was really hoping this was like a translation error. I was like, oh my god, please be like the British way of doing it and have the month be 2nd and the date 1st and it'd be like February 4th. But no, we're actually gonna have to wait 3 more months to see this thing. Like, what's gonna happen in between then? Like, literally nothing? Are they just gonna show nothing for anything of their projects? Like, sure, Donkey Kong just came out and Xenoblade's gonna come out, but is that enough to keep us fed for 4 months? 3 months? So I don't know about that, but we're gonna be here for this. And notice how they call it Nintendo Direct instead of like, for the Switch 1, that thing was like called the Nintendo Switch Presentation and they were like on an actual stage for it. No, this one's just gonna be a Direct. Now that I think about it, I think that might be a little more low-key, you know? They're not like on a stage showing this off, but I guess it's gonna be good anyways, alright? We're gonna see more Mario Kart. We're probably gonna see 3D Mario, which is something everyone's expecting, and you know, it is the 40th anniversary, so I think that's more likely than not likely. And, you know, it is the 40th anniversary, so there's probably going to be other Mario games, you know? Like, there's probably going to be 3D All-Stars 2 with Galaxy 2, 3D Land, 64 DS. I keep saying this, and everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I think it's going to happen eventually. Also, Mario Day, which is March 10th, is before this, and they're probably going to announce some things there, like, I don't know, they're probably gonna put some NSO Mario games, like Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the Game Boy, and they're also probably gonna do like not a trailer for the next movie, but they're probably gonna do like a cast reveal. like remember that cast reveal they did like 2 years before the movie came out and revealed Chris Pratt as Mario and everyone lost their marbles? I think they're gonna do something similar to that, but instead they're gonna reveal like the secondary characters like Bowser Jr. and Daisy and Wario and Waluigi or whoever's gonna show up, you know? Probably not those last two, but you know, if we get Toadette voiced by Aquafina, you know who told you that information. All right, they told me, and I'm sharing it to you. Nintendo Switch 2 experience. All right, so they're gonna be having this experience, which is I guess they're gonna give it. They're gonna go on tour and give this thing out for people to play, which doesn't make sense. Like, what are they gonna play? Like, they're not gonna play Switch 1 games, right? There has to be Mario Kart 2 gameplay. No, Mario Kart, the next Mario Kart gameplay there. So, unless they do like another game, unless they do like Prime 4. Imagine if they have Prime 4 there at the tour. It's gonna be in like Dallas, New York, and some other place. I don't know. Why not Florida? Why not have it in Florida, man? Come on, I don't want to travel all across the world to play the next Mario Kart early. All right, I just want to have it right here in my home state. Come on, Nintendo. Think about the Florida men who love Nintendo. All right, it's just me, but you know, think about me for once. But whatever. All right, I'm guessing whatever experience there is gonna leak, alright? It's like, of course, everything else is leaked about this thing, except the software for some reason. Like, dude, imagine if the Mario Kart 9 teaser leaked, like, any images of it. It would have been so much less interesting. Like, oh, there's the next Mario Kart leaked online on Twitter for everyone to see right before it's revealed. Like, then it would have been like, no one cares, right? So, I'm glad none of the software has leaked. Isn't that crazy? Like, all the hardware, every single aspect about the Switch 2 leaked beforehand, except any of the games. Like, no games have been announced, which makes it more in line with Sony's PS5, you know? That's an easy joke. Look at the YouTube thing. Like, dude, this is horrible. Like, it's clear as day with this red background, but look how it slowly gradients into this weird pink color. This is completely off topic, I know, but this is something we all must be talking about. Like, people noticed it for one day and then stopped talking about it, but like, this looks a little ugly, right? Like, I feel like it's to showcase like where you're at more. It's to like guide your eyes, you know, that kind of UI stuff. But I just think it looks a little unnerving, you know. Maybe if they picked like a better color than that, it would have been better. Maybe if they made this circle thing look pink, and so it's not like a gradient into red, then it would have been more satisfying. You know, it just looks weird. And anyways, that was the Nintendo Switch 2 first look. How was that, you know? Imagine that. Mario Kart 9, 10, 11, 12. Who knows how many they're gonna put on this thing. But, yeah. I hope there's alt costumes. That's my one hope for Mario Kart 9, 10, 11, 12, is that they have a bunch of alt costumes like they did in Tour, except they're not paid, and you can actually obtain them with like in-game coins, you know, because coins are back, I'm pretty sure, so I really hope that's how they do it. Imagine if they did have microtransactions in Mario Kart 9, like, could you imagine that? People would probably spend lots of money, I know I would, but like, that's not the Nintendo way, alright? You think they're gonna do that on the Switch too? Imagine like it's a new era for Nintendo and they make their big shooter, Splatoon 4, and they put an actual battle pass there that you gotta buy. I'm just rambling on. There's no reason for this video to be this long. But it turns out I have a lot of things to say about this console that just came out. Or just released, or just was revealed. So, oh yeah, I should probably say, if you made it this far, which would be insane to hear me talk nonsensically for however many minutes this is, 30 minutes, oh 30 minutes. I just looked at the time. But I haven't been exactly dead. I have been working on something. It's not Mario Kart, sorry, but it is 1 hour long. So I've gotten pretty far into it, and I'm hoping to release that video sometime soon. It's gonna be good, I think. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be 1 hour long. I know in the current YouTube landscape, 1 hour is nothing anymore. Like, why isn't it 6 hours long? But I don't know. Like, cut me some slack here, all right? But that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not Mario Kart, so you don't care. But anyways, that's it for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll see you maybe in April, maybe before that, maybe before April. But goodbye.